fly over in front of us. You among us, and we welcome you in behalf of the people of Mauritius to this island, and hope you will enjoy your short stay here. And Swamiji, how long are you going to stay here?
The program is 1 week.
1 week. Have you got any special program? You are going for lectures or?
I do not know what they are arranged. But my secretary said that it will be 1.
Have you had any idea of Mauritius before you came here? Do you know anything about
my idea is to preach Krishna consciousness, because for want of this knowledge, our mission of human life is failing all over the world. Therefore, I am trying to introduce this Krishna consciousness all over the world without any distinction of caste, creed, color. God is for everyone. And we have forgotten our relationship with God. Therefore, we are suffering in so many ways. And His instruction is there in the Bhagavad Gita. If we follow, then we become happy. And that progress has to die quickly. This is the progress. At any moment he can die. As soon as you are on the car, 70 miles speed, that means taking the risk of dying at any moment. This is the progress. Village to another. That was primitive. Now we can go 100 miles away from home for earning money and taking risk to die at any moment. That is progress. Is it not? Oh, yes. Formerly they are satisfied by tilling the ground, getting food grains. Now they have started factories at the cost of thousands of men's labor. Some directors getting money and enjoying life. That is progress. And these rascals, laborers, they are thinking that this men are getting the profit cream of this business. We are working. Why not take ourselves? That is communism. There is one, and by taking, when he is cured, he will find out it is very sweet.
So then he has to recognize that there's some problem in this, living in this material world.
No, he does not find any happiness on account of this too much materialistic mind.
That is the disease.
That is the disease.
So actually the more
it has to be cured by this Bhakti Yoga. So in the Bhakti Yoga, in the beginning, it will taste bitter. Therefore, they go stop. But if they take to be Bhakti Yoga, then the material disease will be cured and they will find it very sweet.
Yes. So the more
protection from being hurt. Chat means hurting. So suppose if I unnecessarily hurt you, then it is the duty of the government to give you protection. So unless I am also punished by violence, he cannot give you protection. So this is also necessary. Therefore, in the society there must be Kshatriya. The Brahmanas should be learned, they should give instruction, advice. The Kshatriyas should give protection. The Vaishyas should produce economic development, and the rest they should assist Shudras. That's all. This
comes from many lamps.
that your preaching consistently from the Gita.
Yes, that is the supreme light. There are degrees of light. There is sunlight and there is this light. You cannot compare this light with the sunlight. Light comes from everywhere. But that does not mean the sunlight and this light is the same.
No, when
First of all, you understand this. You have question about the light. First of all, you understand there are degrees of light. You cannot say this light and the sunlight is the same.
by this you mean that those who adapt to the life by the teachings coming from the Quran or from the Bible is
That is
lesser life.
that is your business to study. But we give you the idea that light comes from everywhere. There is one glow on. That light also light. And the sunlight is also light. You cannot think that the glow one's light and the sunlight is the same. Now it is your business to see which is glow on light and which is sunlight. That is your business.
It has been connected with certain imperialistic countries.
Let them talk nonsense. What can I say? Every nonsense will speak something nonsense. How can I check it? There are so many nonsenses. Therefore, we are trying to make all this nonsense into human being. That is our program. So long he is a nonsense, he will go on speaking nonsense. What can I do?
Swamiji, one thing I want to know, this slope, from where you have quoted this slope, this slope last
Yes, it is in the 3rd chapter of 12th canto of Srimad Bhagavatam. Have you got all the Bhagavatas? 12th canto? So you can note it. There are many things that dampatye ratimevahi. Intelligence. Simply one can understand what is the difference between the dead body and the living body. Living body means there is the soul. A dead body means there is no soul. Janati tattva tapta deham punarjanma daiti mameti so. The solution is there. You try to understand Krishna, then you will have not to accept any more material body. Simple thing. Is greater than the greatest and smaller than the smallest. I find that life is small things that he has got all the aeroplanes and framework. That is small thing. Jumping, jogging, this like there is also Nam Tadasthan Paramanasaya. Krishna is using the aircraft. Very good. Knowledge, philosophy, logic. You want to study Krishna? So many books. You cannot finish even within your life. Study. You have already published 60 books. Brahma and Parabrahma. Krishna is Parabrahma. To study Brahma. We are all Brahmas, but Krishna is Parabrahma.
Do you think, Swami, that man can become perfect?
Oh yes. That is the chance of a human being. Therefore in the human society there is school, college, education, culture. Not in the animal society. Because they can be made into perfect, not the animals. So if they are denied proper education, that is the greatest harm. They got the opportunity and the authorities are not giving them the opportunity.
No, but do you mean the perfectness is to become the God or to become the man?
Right.
Then I want
You cannot become God.
What perfectness means?
Perfect means to become godly.
Can you indulge directly into politics? Can you be indulged directly in politics? According to
Krishna was in politics. So he instructed Arjuna to fight. This is politics for the good cause.
Svajyam Akirti Karam Arjuna. The Supreme Person, Bhagavan, said, "My dear Arjuna, how have these impurities come upon you? They are not at all befitting a man who knows the progressive values of life. They do not lead to higher planets, but to infamy." Purport. Krishna and the Supreme Personality of Godhead are identical. Therefore, Lord Krishna is referred to as Bhagavan throughout the Gita. Bhagavan is the ultimate in the absolute truth. absolute truth is realized in three phases of understanding, namely Brahman, or the impersonal, all-pervasive spirit, Paramatma, or the localized aspect of the Supreme within the heart of all living entities, and Bhagavan, or the Supreme Personality of Godhead, Lord Krishna. In the Srimad Bhagavatam, this conception of the absolute truth is explained thus: Vadanti tat tattva vidas tattvam yad jnanam advayam Bhrameti paramatmeti bhavaniti shabdyate. The absolute truth is realized in three phases of understanding by the knower of the absolute truth, and all of them are identical. Such phases of the absolute truth are expressed as Brahman, Paramatma, and Bhagavan. Srimad Bhagavatam, 1st Canto, 2nd Chapter, 11th Verse. These three divine aspects can be explained by the example of the sun, which also has three different aspects.
Because the body is born in America, therefore he is thinking America. The body is born in India, therefore he is thinking India. The body is born in Hindu family, therefore he is thinking Hindu. So, this is the not be any standard civilization. So this Krishna consciousness movement means we are trying to eradicate this conception of life, bodily conception of life. An animal, he is also thinking, I am dog, I am cat, I am cow, I am ass, on account of this bodily concept of life. And if we, human being, we also remain in that bodily concept of life, then we are no better than the animals. We also defend. So if we remain engaged only on the principles of four demands of body, then we remain animals. Our extra education requires that I am not this body, I am spirit soul, and there is necessity of the soul. If we don't come to this platform, then we remain animals.
Striving for peace in the world, is it one of your goals?
Yes. Everyone is trying for peace in the world. I have already referred to the United Nations organization. They are also trying peace of the world. But one must know the right way, how to bring peace in the world.
Has a great faith in Bhagavad Gita, and Gita is the result of the war. How do you explain it?
The war is also necessary. When there are demons, they should be punished. But we must know who is demon and who is not demon. Just like any good state, just like our Indian state, accepting that we attain our independence by Mahatma Gandhi's non-violent movement. But do you think that India is keeping non-violent?
Prayachite, that one can offer to me with love and devotion a flower, leaf. In this way he mentions vegetarian items. He never says offer me meat. So a bhakta, or a devotee, he eats prasadam, which means the remnants of the offering to Krishna. So he offers Krishna very nice things of halava and rasgulla and sandesh and puri and so many kachoris, so many samosas, so many nice things. Neither do we find the necessity to slaughter the animal and eat the flesh. We don't find need for that. Although we have been ourselves brought up in such a culture, we find after taking to this process that we lose our taste for these things. We no longer require, in fact we even shun it. If someone should offer something with meat, we will reject it immediately.
We do not take meals in the airplane. We take our meals with us. Or we pay for that, first class.
Yes.
But still we do not. We offer and give us some food, that's all.
Coming here on Air India, the stewardess was very surprised why they had so much and nice elaborate meals prepared, but we don't take these things.
We go. Nobody is interested in the spiritual life. Therefore, no customer is coming. We go to sell our goods there.
Have you had a significant impact on the American society?
What is that?
What is that? Have you had a significant impact on the American society? The values you preach, have they influenced Americans to a certain degree?
Oh yes. You can go in America, any country, any city, and everyone will know Hare Krishna. We're getting...
That's not what I mean. What I mean is, have Americans started to be less violent, for instance? Or have they started to be less egoistical? Or have they started to be less...
Well, not unless they follow our movement. But those who have followed our movement, recently there was one study that was published by a very eminent sociologist in America from the University of California, the Union Theological Center, and he stated in that book that the members of this movement, formerly they were drug-addicted hippies, and now they have become servants of Krishna and humanity, loving servants. So he has given proof through intensive interviews that one who joins this movement, he dramatically his life becomes changed.
He's a big professor, and his books are being sold in higher circle. Professor Judah. One's life perfect and successful.
Is Arya Ramakrishna movement related to Srila movement?
What is that?
The movement of Swami Shivananda. Divine Life Society.
I do not know anyone's movement. We are pushing on our movement on the basis of Bhagavad Gita, Krishna's movement. Therefore we have named Krishna consciousness. So if you know about the Bhagavad Gita, then talk on that. Don't bring anyone else.
Bhagavan Krishna had mentioned that Swadharmam Jidhanam Shreya. But I want to know why you are creating a class of sannyasis like these people to bar their work.
That is your ignorance. You do not know what is Swadharma. Swadharma, according to Bhagavad Gita, Swadharma means Varnashram Dharma. 4 varnas and 4 ashrama. Brahman, Kshatriya, Vaishya, Shudra. These are 4 varnas. And 4 ashramas means brahmachari, grihastha, vanaprastha and sannyas. So, our Indian culture means varnashram dharma. Varnashram charavata purushena parappaman Vishnu aradhate pungshan. It is a systematic way of social and spiritual life. This varnashram. So unless one comes to this system of life, he is not a human being, he is an animal.
primary form of income is through the sale of books. Srila Prabhupada has written almost 60 books of 400 pages each. These books are published by the Bhaktivedanta Book Trust, which has headquarters in Los Angeles, London, and Bombay. And London, Los Angeles, and New York. So the amount of literature is quite large. First of all, we have our Back to Godhead magazine, a monthly magazine that is now being published 1 million copies per month. And then of the books,
What is the sale per month?
the sale of the month is $250,000 per month, approximately between 3 and 3:30 in the morning. And we take morning bath and put tilak on the body, 12 different places. And then we have Mangal Arti. We worship the deity. Here we have the deity of Gaur Nitai. Our other temples, we have Radha Krishna. And after Mangal Arti, then we perform the japa meditation. And we chant at least 16 rounds on the japa beads daily. That takes approximately 2 hours of time. Then we have our classes. We have classes in Srimad Bhagavatam, which is 12 cantos in length, 18,000 verses, and which has been given by Srila Prabhupada with very elaborate purports for each verse. So each day, one verse is very carefully studied and analyzed and understood. Then we have our prasadam. We are vegetarians. We do not take any meat, fish, or eggs. And then afterwards we have our morning duties. We have so many different activities, work. And this way the day is spent up until approximately 10 o'clock at night when we take our rest.
When the children in Dallas,
We have our Gurukul school in Dallas, where we have the children of our householders. The children are sent there at the age of 5, and there they are taught in association with other children these principles of Krishna consciousness. They are trained. They are trained in English and Sanskrit. They are trained in cleanliness, to be as Brahmins, to be the leaders of society. This is the present need of the modern civilization, that there is no Brahmin class. And by Brahmin class we don't mean those who are born Brahmins, but those who are qualified as Brahmins. At the present moment, Brahmin simply means that one has been born a Brahmin, but that doesn't make one a qualified Brahmin. Just like if my father is a high court judge, that doesn't mean that I am a high court judge. I also have to go to the university and take training and be recognized by the bar. So at the present moment, there is no institution that is actually training Brahmins. And without the Brahmins are meant to be the leaders of society. As Srila Prabhupada mentioned, the Varnashram system, the leaders of that system are the Brahmins. And now we see in the modern civilization there is no one who...
Thank you very much, Swamiji, and hope that your stay will be very fruitful after a long and arduous work that you have been doing throughout the world. We hope that you will be...
I want to see the living man
Yes.
of this place, because if they understand the importance of this movement, then my mission will be successful.
We will have the opportunity of saying.
Yes. Jajjanacharati shrestha sattadeva itareja. Bhagavad Gita is saying. The leaders
Yes.
Whatever they do,
Yes.
the ordinary common man
Follow suit. That's fine. Yes.
So, leading men of Malaysia, if they understand the importance of this movement, then I am sure it will be very much beneficial for everyone.
For you. That's right. So thank you very much, Swamiji, on behalf of the people of Mauritius, of all our friends, and the NBC TV who have been very kind enough. Here you are the chairman here, and we are very grateful to you.
The whole world is under the bodily concept of life. Even big nations, just like your Prime Minister has gone to the United Nations, there are many big men in the United Nations. They will speak, and they are speaking for the last 30 years. The United Nations is formed, but they could not find any solution of the problems of life. Because the basic principle they are losing. They do not know. Every one of them is thinking on the bodily platform. I am Indian, I am American, I am German, and I am Englishman, like that. Therefore there is no solution, because the basic principle is wrong. Unless we understand what is the wrong of the active principle of the body, the problem cannot be solved. Justly, if you cannot diagnose the disease simply by symptomatic treatment, he cannot make the gambling, no interest. This is materialistic way of life. Otherwise, what is the difference between this life and that life? So, if we stick to the materialistic way of life, it will be very, very difficult to understand this Krishna consciousness movement. Nothing na Krishna, Parasya Srila. Mitro Vipadvita Vidhabhutana. Why? Adanta Gogi. Adanta means uncontrolled. Uncontrolled. Our senses are uncontrolled. This morning, when I was walking on the beach, we found so many things. The capsule of the Coca-Cola, cigarette box, and so many other things. So, what is the necessity of this Coca-Cola? You don't find all these things in our society. We don't drink Coca-Cola. We don't drink Pepsi-Cola. We don't smoke. So many things which are selling in the market in huge quantity by advertisement, by victimizing the poor customers. But they are called unnecessary. There is no need of such things. But Adanta Mohi, because the senses cannot be controlled, they are making business. They are making business. Unnecessary. So we have to control the senses. If we really want spiritual life, if we really want to be free from these material shackles, then we have to learn how to control the senses. That is one. That one.
Red one?
Yes. That is also male. White children, they are also in there. You will get in any form of it. They are loitering on the without any home, we have concern. Home. Therefore we are advanced. This is it. The business is the same, that's all right. But we are improved. This is advanced.